What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and today I'm finally starting my new series about paints and vinyls in Forza Horizon 2, and it also goes for Forza 5 because it runs off the same engine. But to kick off this series, and I'm gonna have the playlist on this channel. To kick off this series, I do have to deal with the basics. So I'm doing paint first, and I'm going into basic layering on the second video. As you can see, I'm using the Audi as kind of like my guinea pig car because of the size of the body, pretty much. So, as usual, go into the garage, go design and paints, go to paints. The spray can, that does the entire car, and then it shows you the specific parts that you can paint separately, including tinting the windows. Alright, in terms of the paints, LB, RB to switch between categories. You have normal, which has a pretty good set of colors. You can always hit X to fine tune the color that you're picking. I don't really do that too much. But then you have the manufacturer colors, which are the next category, and that's pretty much the colors that the manufacturers have available when the car came out. Special colors and previous colors. Now, special colors are what we're going to get into. Previous colors is basically what you had the car painted before. Now, with special colors, you don't have to use these first few paint designs or whatever. You don't have to use those default colors. They have X and Y located on the bottom of the screen. It'll tell you that you can change these colors. I did it with this one right here. I hit X to kind of fine tune the color. It's more of a matte finish for that one, but yeah. Now what I really want to get into is the two-tone, because like I said, you don't have to use these default colors. Now you have X for base color and Y for highlight. So you hit X and you go to base color. And I believe, let's make this red. It was kind of like a fiery orange, but we're going to go all the way to red. If you notice, the saturation is how deep the red is. If you go all the way to the left, it makes it white, but it's not necessarily white. It turns into like a steel type metal color. I use that sometimes, but I found a way to make it white, which I'm going to show in a future video. And then they have brightness, how bright the red is. And if you go all the way to the left, it'll actually make it black. Alright, so toy around with that. Try to get some colors that you might like in the two tones. It's a really cool feature. You get your very own unique kind of colors. Right here is I hit Y to go into highlights, and I made the highlight yellow. So brightened it up a little bit, and now you can see it's a totally different looking car. Not necessarily my preference, but that's it when it comes to that. Now you can even do the carbon fiber. You can change the lighter weave inside the carbon fiber to a different color. Alright, what you have to do, you have to X for tint. Like I said, it's on the bottom of the screen. Always check the little parts of the menu on the bottom of the screen. And what I did is they naturally have it set up for white, so the saturation's all the way down. If you bring that all the way to the right, it's going to bring out the color in the carbon fiber. And then you brighten up that color, which I made red. And look at that. You actually have a red carbon fiber Audi, which is pretty cool. I mean, you could just do something like that real quick and just take the car out. I mean, I think that looks pretty cool. But, you can't really mess with the colors on the camouflages or the crazy designs. You can do it with some of the metals, like the aluminum. You can change the tint on the aluminum, make it a red tint aluminum. But this is pretty much it for the basics in paint. Now, as we move on, I'm going to go into layering. That's going to be in the next video. The basics about vinyls and layering, and then we're going to move on from there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and get ready for the next one because it gets better.